Exploring the intricate philosophy of the samurai code, Bushido, provides a fascinating journey into the cultural and moral landscape of feudal Japan. Originating as a set of ethical principles for the noble warrior class, the samurai, Bushido encapsulates a distinctive way of life that extends beyond the battlefield. In this discussion, we delve into the core tenets of Bushido, unraveling the profound ideals that shape the conduct and mindset of these revered warriors. At its essence, Bushido is more than a set of rules. It is a comprehensive guide to virtuous living. Loyalty, honor, courage, and benevolence form the bedrock of this code, influencing not only the samurai's interactions in the heat of combat, but also their conduct in everyday life. As we embark on this exploration, we will examine how each principle intertwines with the others, creating a holistic framework that defines the moral fiber of the samurai. Furthermore, we'll unravel the historical and cultural context that gave rise to Bushido, understanding its roots in Shinto, Confucianism, and Zen Buddhism. This synthesis of spiritual influences shaped a unique code that not only dictated the samurai's actions, but also their thoughts and character. Throughout this discussion, we'll witness how Bushido evolved over time, adapting to societal changes while maintaining its fundamental principles. By understanding the intricacies of this code, we gain insight into the mindset of the samurai, their sense of duty to lord and country, and the profound impact Bushido has left on Japanese culture. Join us on this exploration as we navigate the moral labyrinth of Bushido, unraveling the threads that connect loyalty, honor, courage, and benevolence in the tapestry of the samurai code. Rectitude, GI, is a fundamental principle in the samurai code of Bushido, emphasizing moral integrity, righteousness, and the commitment to doing what is right. Samurai were expected to be honest and truthful in their dealings. Deception and dishonesty were seen as dishonorable, and maintaining a reputation for truthfulness was essential. Samurai were guided by a strong moral compass, adhering to a set of ethical standards in both their personal and professional lives. They were expected to make decisions based on what was morally right, even if it meant facing personal challenges or adversity. Rectitude involves the commitment to doing what is right, regardless of personal gain or convenience. Samurai were expected to uphold justice and fairness in their actions and decisions. Samurai were required to exercise sound moral and ethical judgment in all situations. This included assessing the consequences of their actions on others and society as a whole. Rectitude extended beyond individual actions to encompass a sense of duty and responsibility to society. Samurai were expected to contribute positively to the well-being of their communities and the broader social order. The loyalty and service that samurai owed to their feudal lords were rooted in the idea that by serving a just and honorable leader, they were contributing to the greater good of society. Samurai were looked upon as role models within their communities. By embodying rectitude, they set an example for others to follow. This was particularly important given the hierarchical nature of Japanese society during the feudal era. The samurai class held significant social and political power, and rectitude emphasized the responsible use of that power. It discouraged the abuse of authority and encouraged samurai to wield their influence for the betterment of society. The second principle of the samurai code is courage, U. Samurai were renowned for their physical bravery on the battlefield. They faced the dangers of combat with a resolute spirit, demonstrating fearlessness in the face of death. Beyond physical bravery, mental courage was equally important. Samurai were expected to confront challenges, hardships, and difficult decisions with a composed and unwavering mindset. Courage in Bushido involved prioritizing duty and honor over personal fears or concerns. Samurai were taught to suppress their own fears and anxieties when duty called, emphasizing the idea that fulfilling one's responsibilities was more important than personal safety. The samurai's commitment to courage was closely tied to their preparedness to sacrifice their own lives for a greater cause. This sacrifice could be in service to their lord, defending their honor, or upholding the principles of Bushido. Samurai were taught to accept the inevitability of death. This acceptance was not rooted in a desire for death, but rather in a recognition that living with the constant awareness of mortality could instill a sense of urgency, purpose, and fearlessness. In extreme cases of failure or to avoid capture and maintain honor, a samurai might choose to perform seppuku. This act required tremendous courage as it involved self-disembowelment, showcasing a willingness to face a painful death with dignity. Courage in Bushido extended to standing against injustice and defending the weak. Samurai were expected to use their skills and influence to protect those who couldn't defend themselves, even if it meant opposing powerful adversaries. Samurai were encouraged to take bold and decisive actions, especially in situations where hesitation could lead to dishonor. This proactive approach required a strong sense of courage and a willingness to face the consequences of one's actions. Courage also involved enduring hardships without complaint. Samurai were taught to maintain a stoic demeanor, facing challenges with resilience and perseverance. The ability to bounce back from defeat or failure was considered a mark of true courage. Samurai were expected to learn from setbacks, demonstrating the resilience needed to overcome obstacles. The third principle of the Samurai Code is benevolence, Jin. Benevolence in Bushido emphasizes kindness and compassion towards others. Samurai were expected to treat people with respect and empathy, regardless of their social status or background. Benevolent actions extended beyond mere courtesy. Samurai were encouraged to engage in acts of charity and help those in need, reflecting a commitment to improving the welfare of their communities. Benevolence involved using one's strength and skills to protect those who were vulnerable or unable to defend themselves. This could include protecting peasants from bandits, standing up against oppression, or safeguarding the rights of the powerless. Benevolent samurai sought to promote justice and fairness. They were expected to intervene in situations where injustice prevailed and actively contribute to the maintenance of a just and equitable society. Benevolence extended to the cultivation of positive and respectful relationships with others. Samurai were encouraged to build trust and camaraderie within their communities, fostering a sense of unity and cooperation. Benevolence was not only expressed through actions, but also through genuine loyalty and friendship. Samurai were expected to be trustworthy and steadfast allies, forging bonds based on mutual respect and shared values. Benevolence emphasized the importance of courteous and polite behavior. Samurai were expected to interact with others in a respectful manner, maintaining decorum and observing proper etiquette. A benevolent samurai was characterized by humility. Despite their social status and martial prowess, they were taught to approach others with a sense of humility, avoiding arrogance and egotism. Samurai leaders, in particular, were expected to lead with benevolence. This involved understanding the needs and concerns of those under their command, ensuring their well-being, and providing guidance with a compassionate approach. Benevolence in leadership meant balancing the responsibilities of authority with a compassionate understanding of the challenges faced by subordinates. Leaders were encouraged to inspire loyalty through benevolent leadership rather than through fear. Benevolence was not only an outward expression but also an internal virtue. Samurai were encouraged to cultivate benevolence within themselves, striving for personal development and the refinement of their character. Benevolence worked in harmony with other virtues like rectitude, courage, and honor. A benevolent samurai was expected to integrate these principles into their daily lives, creating a holistic and virtuous character. The fourth principle of the Samurai Code is respect, Rei. The society in which the samurai lived was characterized by a strict feudal hierarchy. Respect for authority meant acknowledging and honoring the positions of higher-ranking individuals, including feudal lords, daimyos, and shoguns. Samurai were expected to obey their superiors and demonstrate unwavering loyalty to their feudal lords. This obedience was seen as essential for maintaining order and stability in society. Beyond respecting those in higher positions, samurai were also expected to treat their peers with respect. Mutual respect among samurai fostered a sense of camaraderie and solidarity within the warrior class. Samurai leaders in particular were expected to treat their subordinates with consideration and fairness. This not only contributed to a harmonious working relationship, but also inspired loyalty and dedication. Respect in Bushido extended to the preservation and reverence for cultural traditions and heritage. Samurai were expected to honor the customs, rituals, and arts that defined their society, including tea ceremonies, calligraphy, and martial arts. Many samurai adhered to Shinto or Buddhist beliefs. Respect for these religious practices was an integral part of Bushido, and samurai were expected to participate in rituals and ceremonies that honored their spiritual traditions. Samurai were encouraged to develop a deep appreciation for the natural world. This involved respecting the environment, understanding the cycles of nature, and finding harmony with the seasons. Nature often served as a source of inspiration and symbolism in samurai philosophy. Certain natural elements, such as the cherry blossom, were revered for their transience, representing the impermanence of life. Samurai were expected to be polite in their interactions with others. This included using proper forms of address, maintaining good manners, and observing etiquette in various social situations. Politeness was not just a superficial gesture, but a reflection of the samurai's inner refinement. It demonstrated their adherence to a code of conduct that valued harmony and respect in social relationships. Samurai were expected to be responsible stewards of both personal and public resources. This involved respecting the property of others, whether it be land, goods, or cultural artifacts. Wastefulness and extravagance were frowned upon. Samurai were expected to live with a sense of frugality and avoid unnecessary consumption, reflecting a respect for the value of resources. Respect was evident in how samurai handled both victory and defeat. In times of success, they were expected to show humility and grace, avoiding boastfulness or arrogance. Similarly, in times of defeat, samurai were expected to face setbacks with dignity and composure. Acceptance of defeat without losing one's sense of honor was a testament to the samurai's character. The fifth principle of the samurai code is honor, meiyo. Honor in Bushido is closely tied to personal integrity. Samurai were expected to uphold a strong moral code and act in accordance with principles such as honesty, justice, and righteousness. Honor required consistency in behavior, regardless of the circumstances. A samurai's actions were expected to align with their principles, and any deviation from this standard was viewed as a breach of honor. Honor demanded that samurai fulfill their promises and commitments, whether it was a pledge of loyalty, a vow of friendship, or a sworn oath. Maintaining one's word was essential to preserving honor. Trust was a vital component of honor. A samurai's reputation for trustworthiness was crucial in building and maintaining relationships, both within the warrior class and in broader society. In the heat of battle, samurai were expected to exhibit chivalrous conduct. This included treating adversaries with respect, adhering to rules of engagement, and avoiding unnecessary cruelty. Honor dictated that samurai refrain from engaging in dishonorable or unjust acts, even in the chaos of war. The pursuit of victory was tempered by a commitment to maintaining personal and collective honor. In cases of failure or disgrace, samurai had the option of performing seppuku, a form of ritual suicide. While extreme, seppuku was viewed as an honorable way to atone for mistakes, preserve one's dignity, and maintain the honor of one's family and lord. Seppuku was also seen as a demonstration of unwavering loyalty. By taking one's own life rather than facing dishonor, a samurai expressed a profound commitment to the principles of Bushido. Honor extended beyond the individual to the samurai's family and ancestors. Maintaining the honor of one's family name was a sacred duty, and actions that brought dishonor were considered a betrayal of one's lineage. Many samurai engaged in ancestor worship, paying respects to those who came before them. This practice reinforced the idea that current actions reflected not only on the individual, but on the entire lineage. A samurai's reputation was of utmost importance. Honor was not only a personal quality, but also a social currency that affected a samurai's standing in the community and their ability to influence others. Actions that tarnished a samurai's reputation had consequences not only for the individual, but for their family and descendants. The samurai were acutely aware of the public scrutiny they faced. Whether in battle or through seppuku, facing death with dignity was a significant aspect of honor. This required a samurai to confront mortality without fear and to meet the end with composure and grace. The manner in which a samurai faced death contributed to their posthumous legacy. Honorable conduct in the face of death ensured that the samurai would be remembered with respect and admiration. The sixth principle of the samurai code is loyalty, chugi. Loyalty in Bushido primarily revolved around the samurai's unwavering commitment to their feudal lord, daimyo. This loyalty was considered a sacred duty, and samurai were expected to serve their lords with absolute devotion. Samurai often swore oaths of fealty, pledging allegiance to their lords. This oath represented a binding contract of loyalty, and breaking it was considered a grave dishonor. Loyalty went beyond mere obedience. It involved a willingness to sacrifice one's life for the sake of the Lord. Samurai were prepared to lay down their lives in battle or, in extreme cases, through the act of seppuku, to fulfill their duty and maintain the honor of their lord. Chugi, or loyalty, was demonstrated through actions rather than mere words. The samurai's commitment to their lord was evident in their unwavering support and the readiness to follow orders without question. Loyalty demanded consistency in service. Regardless of the challenges or difficulties faced, a loyal samurai remained steadfast in their commitment to their lord, ensuring that their actions reflected the principles of Bushido. Betrayal of one's lord was the ultimate breach of loyalty. Samurai were expected to resist temptations that might lead them astray, and were bound by a strong sense of honor to remain true to their feudal obligations. Loyalty extended to fellow samurai and comrades on the battlefield. The samurai class operated as a tightly knit community, and loyalty among peers was crucial for the success of military campaigns. The interconnectedness of loyalty among samurai created a sense of mutual dependence. Trust and reliance on one another were essential for the effectiveness of the warrior class. Loyalty wasn't limited to the lord, it also encompassed obligations to one's family. Samurai were expected to prioritize the interests and well-being of their family members, ensuring the continuation of the family name and honor. While familial loyalty was important, it sometimes presented challenges when it conflicted with loyalty to the lord. Samurai were faced with difficult decisions that required balancing personal obligations with their duties to their feudal superiors. Loyalty also involved adherence to the principles of Bushido. Samurai were expected to be loyal to the ethical and moral code that governed their conduct, even if it meant challenging the orders of their lords when those orders contradicted the principles of honor and rectitude. Loyalty to principles sometimes required samurai to navigate conflicts between their allegiance to their lord and their commitment to moral values. Negotiating these conflicts, without compromising one's honor, was a delicate and challenging aspect of loyalty. True loyalty was revealed in times of adversity. Whether facing defeat in battle or personal challenges, samurai were expected to remain loyal to their lords and comrades, displaying resilience and commitment during difficult moments. Endurance in adversity involved maintaining a stoic demeanor and persevering through challenges without succumbing to despair or disloyalty. This resilience contributed to the samurai's reputation for unwavering commitment. The seventh principle of the samurai code is sincerity, makoto. Sincerity in Bushido emphasizes honest and genuine communication. Samurai were expected to speak the truth and avoid deception in their interactions with others. Sincere communication extended to maintaining integrity in one's promises and commitments. A samurai's word was considered a bond, and insincerity was viewed as a breach of trust. Sincerity required a consistent alignment between words and deeds. A samurai's actions were expected to reflect their inner convictions and the principles of Bushido. Samurai were cautioned against hypocrisy. Sincerity involved avoiding the pretense of virtues that one did not genuinely possess, emphasizing the importance of authentic and consistent behavior. Sincerity also involved honest self-reflection. Samurai were encouraged to be aware of their strengths and weaknesses, acknowledging areas for improvement and striving for personal growth. Sincere self-reflection fostered humility. Samurai understood that acknowledging their imperfections was a sign of strength, contributing to their continuous moral and ethical development. Sincerity extended to the samurai's role as advisors. They were expected to provide honest and candid counsel to their lords, even if the advice was uncomfortable or contrary to the lord's desires. Offering sincere advice required a delicate balance between respect for authority and the duty to speak the truth. Samurai needed to navigate this balance to contribute effectively to decision-making. Sincerity involved a steadfast commitment to promises and obligations. Whether in personal relationships, agreements, or sworn oaths, samurai were expected to fulfill their commitments with unwavering dedication. The consequences of breaking promises extended beyond personal honor to the broader trust within the community. Sincerity was crucial for maintaining trust and social cohesion. Samurai were encouraged to build authentic and meaningful relationships with others. Sincerity in relationships contributed to trust, camaraderie, and a sense of unity within the warrior class. Sincere relationships were characterized by mutual respect and empathy. Understanding the perspectives and feelings of others was essential for fostering genuine connections. Sincerity required samurai to be steadfast in their adherence to principles. Regardless of external pressures or changing circumstances, they were expected to maintain a consistent commitment to ethical and moral ideals. Consistency in behavior made samurai predictable and reliable. This predictability was not a sign of rigidity, but rather a demonstration of sincerity and unwavering commitment to a code of conduct. Sincerity involved the authentic expression of emotions. Whether in times of joy, sorrow, or anger, samurai were expected to express their emotions genuinely without masking their true feelings. While sincerity encouraged authentic emotional expression, samurai were also mindful of maintaining composure and not allowing emotions to cloud their judgment or lead to impulsive actions. It's important to note that while these principles were influential, the actual adherence to the samurai code varied among individuals, and historical accounts suggest that not all samurai strictly followed these ideals. Additionally, the interpretation and emphasis on certain aspects of Bushido could differ across different periods and regions in Japan. The historical and cultural context that gave rise to Bushido is deeply rooted in the intricate tapestry of Japan's spiritual and philosophical traditions. Three major influences, Shinto, Confucianism, and Zen Buddhism, converged to shape the ethical framework embraced by the samurai. Shinto, Japan's indigenous religion, played a significant role in shaping the spiritual foundation of Bushido. Shinto revolves around the belief in kami, which can be understood as sacred spirits or deities that inhabit various elements of the natural world. This religious tradition fosters a deep connection between the samurai and nature. Shinto instills a profound respect for the natural world. The samurai, guided by Shinto principles, viewed nature as sacred and believed that a harmonious relationship with the environment was crucial. Shinto emphasizes the importance of harmony, wei, and purity, seijaku. The samurai sought to maintain harmony in their interactions with others and to uphold purity in their thoughts and actions. Shinto ceremonies and rituals were integrated into the samurai's life, providing a spiritual dimension to their practices. These rituals often involved offerings and prayers to kami for protection and success in battle. Confucianism, originating in China, had a profound impact on the social structure of feudal Japan and consequently on the development of Bushido. Confucian teachings emphasize the importance of social harmony, hierarchy, and the fulfillment of one's duties within the established order. Confucianism stressed the significance of a well-defined social order. The samurai, as a class, adhered to a hierarchical structure where loyalty and obedience to superiors were paramount. This hierarchical structure was mirrored in the feudal system, where the samurai served their lords with unwavering loyalty. The concept of loyalty, chugi, became a central virtue in Bushido. The samurai pledged allegiance to their lords, placing loyalty above personal interests. This commitment was seen as integral to maintaining social order and stability. Confucianism placed a strong emphasis on filial piety, the respect and obedience a person owes to their parents and ancestors. This notion extended to the samurai's relationship with their lords, as they were expected to exhibit filial piety by serving their lords with dedication and honor. Zen Buddhism, with its roots in Chan Buddhism from China, brought a contemplative and philosophical dimension to the development of Bushido. Zen teachings emphasize direct experience, mindfulness, and simplicity, influencing the mindset of the samurai in their pursuit of excellence in martial arts and daily life. Zen Buddhism encourages the practice of mindfulness, being fully present in the moment. For the samurai, this meant cultivating a focused and undistracted mind, essential for effective decision-making in the chaos of the battlefield. Zen teachings advocate simplicity in thought and action. The samurai embraced the idea of eliminating unnecessary complexities, both in their martial arts techniques and in their daily lives. This emphasis on directness contributed to the efficiency and effectiveness of the samurai's actions. Zen introduced meditation practices that allowed the samurai to engage in self-reflection and introspection. This contemplative aspect helped them understand the impermanence of life and face the challenges of mortality with equanimity. The synthesis of these influences created a unique code of conduct that guided the samurai's actions both on and off the battlefield. Loyalty to one's lord, a deep sense of honor, courage in the face of adversity, and benevolence towards others became integral aspects of the samurai's identity. The amalgamation of Shinto's spiritual connection, Confucianism's social ethics, and Zen Buddhism's mindfulness formed the moral compass of Bushido.